Yo, 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 yo. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, family? You know if y'all can hear me in here. I need to know if y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Last time I hopped on live on the YouTube, my mic wasn't working well or whatnot. So I just need to know y'all can hear me and we good to go. We're gonna get into these energies real quick. All right, good to go. All right, let me go live on IG. All right, family. All right. I ain't gonna keep y'all long. Not gonna keep y'all long. I wanted to hop way earlier than this. I wanted to hop on way earlier than this to get these energies out. Okay, so I just want to give you guys, I just want you guys to understand the energies we dealing with for the new moon. All right. I'm probably gonna be posting a video with the new moon through the signs on YouTube. All right, later, probably tomorrow morning or something, or in the afternoon, so you guys could just understand the influence of this energy through your houses. All right, because we all gonna be influenced by this energy. We all gonna be influenced. It's more so about understanding where this influence is gonna be at. Now, when we talk about the new moon in Sagittarius, all right, I'm gonna just stay on YouTube. Let me get off IG. Let me get some vibes. Alrighty. New moon, you need to look at this as the universe. Any trend, a tough square, a tough opposite. Okay, whenever we dealing with these type of transits, you need to look at them as the universe providing us spiritual periods to do certain things. All right. So with the new moon, the new moon is always going to represent a time to set intentions, a time for newness, a time for birth. All right. So maybe start with Sag for our B-Day. Maybe we're going to start with Sag today. But for the most part, we know new moons are dealing with giving a birth, setting new intentions, a new cycle in our lives. All right. So we want to make sure that we're internally setting a precedent, a foundation with that energy, especially with, how the forces that be, okay, may utilize that energy for their own use to put us under certain programs or whatnot. So now we're not, this is just another form of us not being able to tap into our natural energy. So I just want to run down the things that we want to make sure, the energies we want to make sure we're in, all right, with this new moon of Sagittarius. So for one, Sagittarius is mutable fire, ruled by Jupiter. Okay, so we're dealing with the inspirational energy, a free-spirited energy, an expressive energy. Okay, and Sagittarius rules philosophy. So going into this, transiting out of this new moon, we all need to have a new philosophy and a new belief system in our lives. All right. We all need to be leaving this transit with a new developed philosophy of how we look at our lives, of how we were able to develop these philosophies for our lives based off what we've experienced this Sag season and the seasons leading into Sag season, and ultimately this whole year. Like this whole year has been just one big bugged out transformative year. We've had some heavy ass crazy transits this year. Okay. And right now, what's going on with this new moon, a lot of energies that's being founded off this energy is leading into this Jupiter and Saturn conjunction. Okay, which I'm going to be getting into this week, which is very important for us to understand what that energy is dealing with. All right. So these are the keys these are the energies we want to understand for Sagittarius season, and I'm going to go through all sides. So this is a period to give birth to a new form of expression and philosophy in our lives. What we've gained from Scorpio season and Sag season, okay? So overall, the things that we've experienced in Sag season is about us more of an awareness of our experiences, all right? Sag season is about expanding, okay, on where you're at on a spiritual level, and being able to develop more meaning and reasoning to what you're doing and to your purpose, okay, to how you're expressing yourself ultimately. Okay, so this is going to be a time where we're going to have new beliefs, new ways of dealing with creative attributes. We're dealing with fire. Whenever we're dealing with fire, there's going to be some influence of creativity, vision, feeling, being inspired, seeing, wanting to take action. So these are all the influences we're having right now with the new moon. And the house you're having this, the house that you have Sagittarius in is the house you're going to be inspired the most to take some action. This is the house you're going to be inspired the most to make sure you react and respond to and gain a bigger philosophy of how to correlate things in that area of life. All right. Now we're all going to have a high optimistic feel for your new pursuits and your new ways of thinking. This is going to be a time to transmute heavy emotion and transformative experiences into wisdom and a foundation for our new philosophy of life. All right. This is a time where we want to start implementing more gratitude and seeing the bigger picture to our experiences. Depending on, how life was, what circumstances, you were in, stepping into Sag season, what lessons, that you may have been dealing with. You have to understand that, Sag season is about seeing the bigger picture. All right. The circumstances that we're experiencing in our lives are for a reason. And if we're not able to see the bigger picture, if we're not able to see why we're manifesting these lessons in our lives, then that's not helping us to, karmically get the job done. So right now we want to be able to be more appreciative that universe is even placing us in certain experiences for us to gain the wisdom that we need for certain things, for us to pick up gems on certain things. Okay. Now this is a solar eclipse. This is when the moon covers the sun. All right. So your moon sign and your internal energies are going to be more active. We're going to be more emotionally invested into the things that's, inspiring us, to the things that's influencing us to want to have a change in our lifestyle. All right. And we're going to be wanting to express emotion about these things. Now, one thing about a new moon in fire, okay, there may be an influence of you wanting to, especially Sagittarius fire, of you wanting to share spread the awareness of the new concepts or the new creative attributes that you may have developed in this period. So you want to make sure that you're being, you're being pinpointed on taking these actions and setting intentions, and not just, feeling inspired and feeling like you got to connect it to others and enlighten others. Like, this is a time to really buckle down on what we're doing personally in our lives. Mars still in Aries. All right. Your passions, your personal passions and priorities your personal passion should be high priority right now. All right. Now, let's move into the signs. All right. Let's just get some quick energies out for the signs real quick. All right. So let's start with the square and the opposition signs. Okay. Now, this is how the new moon is going to be. The energies, the influences that all zodiac signs are going to have. This is going to be based off the angle that this new moon energy is going to be hitting you. Okay. Now, this new moon is going to be squaring. It's going to be squaring Virgo and Pisces. Is going to be opposite Gemini. All right. So these are all the mutable signs. So, you always got to be able to learn from your other, your other modality sign that you're squaring an opposite. So if you're a cardinal sign, you're going to be squaring the other cardinal signs and opposite a cardinal sign. All right. So I'm a Libra. I naturally square Capricorn which is my moon sign, and I naturally square Cancer. All right, and I'm opposite from Aries. Those are all cardinal signs. So all modalities have to learn from each other. Now, all the mutable signs, you guys are going to have to learn to be more adaptable and mutable towards how you see and feel and express certain things. Okay, so let's start with Virgo. Virgo, it's a time to be more flexible with your routine and how you learn to express your creativity more. You need to utilize this energy to see where you've been holding yourself back from expressing your creative attributes or beliefs. Virgo, you're mutable earth. So you're mutable and adaptable, but towards practical things, towards things that you feel like make sense, towards things that you feel like you see the details of, and it looks like it works, or you got a chance to work on it and see that it has some foundation to it, it has some structure to it. But at times that type of mentality can hold you back from experiencing, from being more faith-based, more spontaneous, and being able to learn and see results like that. This is what the universe is compelling you to do, moving on from this new moon transit, Virgo. All right, universe wants you to start being less detail oriented as far as making sure everything is right, everything is on point, details is all structured before you act on something. Like, no, move more with your faith and your feeling of something. Virgo, you guys are super duper creative. All right, we all have a creative essence to tap into, but Virgos, this is not the time to be feeling like you need to be over tedious or over proofread your creative attributes, your passions, what you want to push out to the world. If you believe it, Virgo, go ahead and express that, Virgo. We're dealing with belief and faith energy. This is squaring you. So you guys always have to learn from Sagittarius how to have more faith in what you're doing. All right, to be more expressive of what you know, Virgo. All right, so this is the energy y'all want to be in. Make sure you're setting new intentions for how you're going to be getting expressing the things that you're creatively working on. Okay, make sure you're having more faith in how you're scheduling and routining things, and this is all the things that you're working on in your life right now, Virgo. All right, this is your relation. You need to have more faith in your relationships right now, Virgo. If it's a relationship that you're working on and you feel like is mutual effort and you feel like there's a great foundation being built, all right, have faith in it. Have faith in it, Virgo. All right. Most people don't even work on things the way y'all work on it, and y'all not gonna have faith in y'all projects and what y'all working on, Virgo. Okay. So this is the energy we want to be in moving on, Virgo. Is a square. All right. So for all the squares, for all y'all, all the mutable signs besides Sagittarius, y'all have a special lesson to learn. You have a special karmic alignment to put together for this trans. Now, regardless if this new moon is trining, sextiling, or regardless if this new moon is sextiling, trying, opposite, squaring, whether it's a gift, whether it's a positive alignment, negative alignment, the positive alignment could be your detriment. The negative alignment could be your power. So it's being aware of how it's hitting you and what you should be aware of. All right. Virgo, this is also not a time to feel like you have to be expressive of how you're working on things. All right. You need to utilize your wisdom into what you're working on, having more faith, because this is also a time where we're dealing with how we feel and how we see about things as fire. So, Virgo, you may feel like you gotta explain yourself to other people about how you're working on something, what you're working on, so people can't be on your back. All right. And you ain't feeling no pressure about maybe something that you want to express to the world, maybe about something in career, maybe about certain expectation you may be being held up to in relationships right now, Virgo. So you make sure you take your time with that. All right. You make sure you pace yourself with what you're doing, but not to an extent where you're either you're holding yourself back. All right. From reacting to things that you truly feel about, that you truly got emotion in. All right. This is not a time to hold back any of that in any type of shape or form. All right. So that's the energy for Virgo. You guys are going to see a lot of the things that you're working on, you're building structure on, get from point A to B, with you having more faith. You're going to see the opportunities you guys are going to be able to manifest. You're going to see the things you're going to be able to learn by you putting yourself in a space where, you're allowing yourself to experience something and just gain the result from that instead of staying in the lab so much. All right, Virgo. Now, Pisces, learning to take more initiative on acting and expressing your wisdom and creative actions. All right, Pisces. Now, this is the thing with Pisces. Pisces, you guys are ruled by Jupiter, just like Saturn. I mean, just like Sagittarius. Okay, Saturn and Sagittarius. So, since Sagittarius and Pisces both share Jupiter, this square is a bit easier for you to align with because it's dealing with an energy you're dealing with, but it's just dealing with it in a different way. So Jupiter is dealing with your you know, your forms of spirituality, your belief and faith. It represents experiences and how we spiritually expand and gain wisdom and knowledge from our experiences. All right. So Pisces, you're the feminine side of that energy. You're water. So you like to sink into your experiences, sink into the subconscious. All right. Try to make sense of these feelings and emotions. All right. Try to see how you can correlate these feelings and emotions, you know, maybe into something you like to do creatively, or see how you could connect these feelings and emotions and this wisdom and your aspirations and imagination with others. All right. But the thing is, we dealing with Sagittarius fire. We're dealing with the push out of Jupiter. So now we got to learn to be more action oriented, okay, on our new beliefs. Or we have to be more action oriented and expressive of the things that we know and the things we're creatively into. Pisces, you guys are another one, super creative. All right. But depending on how you feel about connecting these things to the world, aka depending on how you feel about expressing your creative attributes, depending on how you feel, okay, or yeah, how you feel about letting the world see what you're creatively stirring up is if we gonna see it or not. All right. A lot of at times you Pisces could be so imaginative, but just like how I was saying, Virgo stay in the lab and want to proofread and work on things. Pisces, you guys could stay in the dreams. You guys could stay daydream. You guys could stay in the subconscious. All right. It's time to get more dialed in to letting that be seen, that creative essence, you guys being seen, letting more of what is being cultivated in your subconscious being seen right now. All right, Pisces. Sagittarius energy is always pushing out the knowledge wisdom. It's always trying to spread the enlightenment. It's always trying to bring awareness. Okay. You love connecting to that energy, but you're more in the reaction state of it. All right. So you guys cultivate so much wisdom too, because you're always reacting and you know, being in a state of trying to see what your experiences mean, trying to see how you develop certain feelings and emotions from certain experiences. You guys have so much knowledge and so much things to give off and communicate and put into your creative attributes to connect and express to the world the way Sagittarius do. All right. So you guys need to continue to find or work or focus on the methods and outlets of being able to express that. All right. Universe wants you to get more action oriented with that right now. All right, Pisces. Now, Gemini, learning to be more wise about your relationships and your forms of expression. Now, Gemini, you're opposite. You're opposite. Okay. So Gemini, you're mutable air. So you're mutable and adaptable towards logic, information, numbers, facts. Okay. Things you could point to. Ruled by Mercury. Mercury likes dealing with information and the details. So that ain't so much, none of this energy is really with faith, intuition, all right? Spirituality. It's more so about making sense of things in the left brain and how you relate to others. All right? So, guys, a lot of times you guys can manifest situations where, you know, you're entertaining a lot of relationships that don't have meaning and reasoning to it, that are not supporting your personal spiritual development. Geminis, you guys can attract a lot of, just by default being an air sign, you guys can attract a lot of relationships that you know, that they're just there to eat up time. Is just a person that's there to fill up a void, or there to be there to relate thoughts to, but it's not really a relationship that's being developed with some real, you know, meaning and reasoning. You know, there's some purpose to the relationship. You guys are learning from the relationship. All right. Then this trickles into your actions, being influenced to being more unwise. You just being more relatable to what's familiar surroundings, all right, in order to gain wisdom about how they relate to others, about how they take their actions, about how they use their knowledge, all right, Gemini. So I tweeted earlier, a lot of you Geminis, a lot of you Geminis, this year was a year of you guys truly understanding that you have relationships that are not supportive of your personal development. And it's not saying that these are just bad people or whatnot, or relationships you got to completely cut off, but you was able to realize that a lot of the relationships that took up a lot of your time, a lot of these people that you just had in your life because you wanted somebody to relate to, you realize that, you know, you get into a whole lot of other shit being around these relationships. You realize that, you know, these things take you away from things, you know, that you personally passionate about, things that you personally have aspirations about, you know, that these things may not be supportive of that. So right now, Gemini, you knowing this, it's up to you after transiting after this new moon, all right, to make that conscious decision, all right, to start correlating yourself to people that are, you know, gonna fuel your fire for your aspirations. And you're being more wise about the time you're relating to others. You're being more wise about the time that you're sharing with others. You're being more wise about the people you have around you and how you can learn from these people. Okay. And this is the opposite angle, Gemini. This is the opposite angle. So whenever it's opposite, whenever we're dealing with opposite energies, it has to be a give and exchange. All right. AKA Sagittarius need to give Gemini something. Gemini need to give Sagittarius something. Sagittarius need to give Gemini wisdom, and Gemini need to give Sagittarius, you know, some information or different perspectives on how they look at their experiences. All right, because everything about Gemini is going to give you multiple, you know, ways to break things down, whether it's spiritual or something in logical. All right, Geminis naturally have to look at things from multiple perspectives. Mercury starts breaking things down, seeing which one of these perspectives they want to communicate, you know, which one of these perspectives have the most information. Like, that's how the mind of a Gemini work. So it's hard to see the bigger picture of things in the state of always dissecting things. Gemini, you've been dissecting things all year when it comes to your relationships, when it comes to, you know, how you're making progress and the things you want to do to get from point A to B. Okay. And you put a lot of thought into these things. So this Sagittarius season was helping you to gain an awareness of how you can act on these things, how your relationships correlate to these things. And you guys are feeling like the sun is the moon energy is the moon and the sun is completely opposite from you. All right. It's completely opposite from you, Gemini. So universe is basically influencing you, telling you, like, Gemini, we need you to correlate your actions and your reactions. We need you to correlate what you're paying attention to and how you feel. These things, you need to react more wisely with the relationships. You need to take more wiser actions with how you correlate to people, how you relate to people, Gemini. All right. You need to be more wise about what's being expressed to others, Gemini. Because a lot of the times, because it's Gemini, you're mutable air, a lot of the times the people that you're around, you can have friends that you're real cool with, you can talk about whatever with, and you'll take that friend energy into a new relationship, another area, like the friendship is already established. So it's positive because people get that friendly energy, that super relatable energy around you. But then it could be a detriment when you're doing this with people and they feel like you're being so comfortable or you're being so open, you know, it reflects differently. So this is what you want to be more aware of, Gemini. And then ultimately, you're going to be an example of how to be wise amongst how to utilize your relationships and who you correlate your goals, who you choosing to set a foundation dating with. It can't just be in a state of relating to anybody and just testing anything out and being immutable and adaptable, seeing how everything else works in the world. What's the philosophies you're gonna develop out of this new moon transit, Gemini, to help you understand how to deal with people? What's your philosophy? What's your belief system that's developed from everything you experienced this year with relationships? understanding the percentage of how your goals get pushed out or not with these relationships you have, or responsibilities you may have created in these relationships. These are the things I need that you want to come out this new moon understanding, Gemini. These are the things you want to be setting new intentions on, Gemini. Attracting relationships that do support what you want to act on, attracting relationships that do support your personal development. All right, attracting situations that help you expand and experience new things in your lifestyle, things helping you expand out of your horizon, Gemini. All right, for all of my Geminis that haven't really, traveled a lot, or you guys are real connected to, there's a lot of Geminis out there, you real connected to your familiar surroundings, like your local environment. You're not even really, there's a lot of Geminis, you're not even influenced to leave your familiar environment like that, your local environment. Like, you good where you at. You feel me? Nah, Gemini, this new moon, we gotta experience something new. We gotta experience something new in 2021. All right, Gemini. Okay. So those are the energies we dealing with for my square and op signs. Let's move on to my trine signs, my fire signs, my Aries and my Leos. All right. So for the most part, this your cousin, you feel me? It's been your cousin B-Day the whole month. All right, your cousin Sagittarius B-Day. You all y'all Aries and Leos, y'all just Sagittarius in the strip club right now. Everybody Sagittarius throwing ones, throwing all type of bread. Everybody texting Sagittarius, buying Sagittarius bottles right now. Happy birthday! It's a whole bunch of ass in Sagittarius face. Can't even see the bottle. See who's passing it. The blunt is just ass in his face. It's just B-Day. Sagittarius having the time of his life. But you just being Sagittarius cousin, you just being an Aries, the fire sign, you being a Leo, you just naturally got invited to VIP. You naturally in the section. You naturally could pick up some ones if you want. You naturally could leave the club with some more bread. These just the opportunities that fell in your lap because you sharing this energy. So when the sun is in your element, it may not be in your constellation, but off of angles, just off the angle where the sun is in Sagittarius, it's hitting Aries and Leo constellations, the Leo constellation, or the motherfucking fifth and first house space, in a positive alignment. AKA this whole Sagittarius season, Aries and Leos were examples of how to deal with a creative expression. All right, how to take action on what you know. All right, a lot of Aries and Leos was manifesting opportunities to express what they know. Okay, to be more action oriented on their beliefs or whatnot. So that just naturally aligned with this type of energy. Okay, so no, I didn't do Sag. I'm actually gonna do Sag right now with the fire signs. So I thought my camera battery was on longer. So yeah, I said I didn't want to keep you guys on too long. Anyways, I hopped on what 11 o'clock is 11:20. All right, so we're gonna wrap it up by like 11:45, 11:50 is 12 tops. So when we look at the fire signs, Aries and Leos, you guys both will have new opportunities to express, new creative projects, bring more awareness to your passions and your goals. All right. Your drive and ambition towards cultivating your visions will be examples on how we need to learn to express ourselves moving forward from the new moon. All right. So Aries, cardinal fire ruled by Mars. All right. So you guys are initiating and always creating and starting new ways to look at something creatively, new ways to look at how somebody else's personal outlook. All right. So for the most part, Cosmic Moon Tarot, what's going on? We getting into them energies in the morning. All right. Hope you ready. So when we look at Aries, you guys are naturally inspiring, and y'all don't even have to communicate what y'all doing to others, verbalize what y'all about to do. Y'all don't necessarily like to do that anyways, but y'all guys naturally inspiring by y'all actions. All right. When y'all see things, y'all don't need confirmation. Y'all act on them. All right. Y'all believe in your natural raw intuition to do things. That's the energy we want to feed off of right now. Okay, now you need to correlate more wisdom and make sure all them stump, because Aries, you guys don't like to study or prep before you do something. You just like to dive right into it, and then you learn from the way you took action on things. All right, because you ain't got the time. Mars ain't got the time. So let's make sure we're correlating that wisdom from what we've experienced, all right, into this new birth, into these new opportunities to express what we're what we want to give off to the world. So Aries, whatever you creatively working on, whatever it is that you want to gain more traction on, from what you want to be seen as, or any forms of stability, or any projects you want to get off the ground, anything you want to give life and give birth to, because that's what you're doing all day, every day, Aries. You're the first sign, you're the pioneer. You guys are always giving birth to something, giving birth to a new way of acting, and giving birth to a new way you want to be seen. All right, these things is constant for an Aries. So you being in that energy and you being consistent with how you continue to work on things, that's going to be an example to others on how to deal with this energy. You just got to be more, make sure the things that you've been diving head first into, we have to correlate the wisdom from what's been gained from these things, Aries. All right, you can't just keep, this is not the time to be, you want to stay aggressive, but you want to just keep fucking ramming into shit. All right, you want to ram into shit and be like, all right, damn, okay, that worked like that. All right, bet. Let's keep the passion. Let's be more wise about what the fuck I'm ramming into next. Like, let me not just be so passionate and think I can just get through this door this way this time. All right, it's gonna be them areas where them situations where you got to correlate how you're gonna attack something, aka how you're gonna express yourself in a relationship, how you're gonna creatively express something. But overall, you in a state of being expressive, and that's the energy to be in, and that's gonna create opportunities for your passions, for your goals. All right, Aries. Leos, all right, fixed fire, ruled by the sun. So you guys are already consistent with the ways that you want to creatively express yourself to the world. All right, you guys deal with, Aries and Leos deal with vulnerability, other people trying to tell them how to take action on things. You trying to tell a Leo how to correlate their actions, or how they should express themselves to be seen, or what to do to get a creative project off the ground or something. Like, Leo gonna look at you a little bugs. It's like, I know what I'm doing. Did I not look like I know what I'm doing? Like, do you see any other planets? Do you see Mercury and Venus coming out and questioning the sun when the sun coming out and shining every day? So right now, Leos, you guys just want to make sure that you guys are being more wise about how you're gaining the attention, because you're already gaining the attention for the things that you want to creatively get off the ground right now. For all my Leos that's not in a state of feel like being seen how they want to be seen, this new moon time, Leo, the light, this light and sun is hitting you positively. It's charging you up. You got to be able to utilize this inspiration to give birth to a new form of expression that you want to get off the ground. All right, you want to use this sun to give birth to. You guys have a bunch of creative ideas already, Leo. Which one of these projects or whatnot, Leo, you're gonna give for the most working on? Sagittarius. All right, Sagittarius. Now, my Sagittarius, you guys are the example right now, all right, of what the universe, the energy the universe wants us to carry in, take with us after this new moon. All right, being more expressive of our knowledge and wisdom, making sure we're learning different ways to correlate our knowledge and wisdom into our creative expression. All right, being able to be taught, being able to develop our own philosophies and morals about how we see our lives. Okay, right now, family, this whole year has been a huge motherfucking transformation, bro. All right. And if y'all think the show stopping anytime soon, all right, we in for some shit. We got the Saturn and Pluto, Saturn and Jupiter conjunction going on. It's about to be. You could prepare for some bullshit in the external realm, in how our physical reality and what they want you to believe about our physical reality to be changed. All right, but gearing into this energy, this Sagittarius new moon. This sun and new moon in Sagittarius is influencing us, that no matter what is about to be transformed in the physical reality, you personally are going to be prone to be transformed more, all right, if you don't have your own personal philosophies that you stand on. Okay? With motherfuckers want niggas to take coronavirus motherfucking vaccines and shit. Motherfuckers, they ain't got no belief system, no morals, no ethics towards how they do shit in life. That shit might just get, you might just be easily a sheep to get that. All right? Like, it's on this type of level. We gotta be spiritually aware of our actions and how we view life, and you know how what we've learned should be supporting us right now. Okay? So Sagittarius, you guys continue to be wise about what you express to others and what you enlighten others about. You guys continue to be more free-spirited, to be examples to us that we shouldn't have our knowledge and wisdom caged by anything in the external realm. All right, by not no relationship, not no form of fucking government, by no laws or anything. We want to develop our own morals and ethics, okay, from the things we personally experienced. All right. And when people try to come in our lives and try to undermine or restrict our wisdom or our philosophies, we need to be fucking expressive of what we know. All right. Can't no motherfuckers be coming in your life and just thinking that they could inflict their beliefs and how they feel and see shit should be in your life. No, this ain't the time for that. This ain't the time for that right now. The universe telling us to all grow our spiritual backbone right now. Nah, I haven't. I did Gemini. Okay, yeah, thank you, Life is a Perception. So yeah. So those are energies y'all want to be in. Fire signs. Y'all leading the way right now, fire signs. So all of my Sagittarius, Leos, and Aries, by default, you guys being fire, if you are allowing life circumstances, trials, and tribulations in any ways to hold your forms of expression down, if you're allowing your forms of expression, your creativity, or any of that, hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. This was an important call. Hello? Yeah. Yeah. Yes? You can't hear me? Huh? What? All right. All right. All right. Just call me. All right. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second, y'all. All right. All right, family. So, fire signs. Y'all want to understand? Fire signs. Y'all want to understand by default. If you're allowing your circumstances or what you've been experiencing lately, let's say you guys aren't where y'all want to be at, y'all haven't been in the best moods right now, my Aries, Leos, and Sagittarius. This hasn't been a good Sagittarius season. You have to spiritually understand that you're an example right now how to express yourself. So even if you're in a negative energy, if you're not being in a state of expressing your knowledge and wisdom, taking action and being expressive of what you know, all right, being an inspiration by your actions, you already gonna manifest situations with people fucking with y'all right now. Aries, Leo, people like, what's wrong with you? All right. Why are you being so lazy? Like, universe is gonna man, because you're being an example of how to express ourselves. So if you're not expressing yourself in a righteous or in a righteous state or in alignment with this energy, people are just gonna be looking at y'all like, yo, what's up with this Leo? What's up with this Aries? They're not gonna be looking at you how another sign would be lazy right now, just because the way the sun and the moon, the way the spotlight is hitting y'all. Y'all got some of the spotlight right now. So y'all need to be the ones that are being able to see the bigger picture to your actions. Y'all need to be ones that when people are struggling with their forms of expression or how they express themselves or how they being seen or how they implement their creativity into their life or how they're dealing with their creative attributes. Y'all need to be the inspirations to light people up that are dealing that are having issues with these things. All right. So y'all want to make sure y'all jump into this energy as a new moon, set new intentions on what creative projects and what you want to give birth to on a creative level, how you want to be seen, and make sure there's a philosophy being carried from what you've gained from creatively expressing yourself. All right. Now my sextile signs. All right. My sextile signs, Aquarius and Libras. Now, when we talk about we're gonna get into Taurus. That's the in conjunction sign. That's right after the sextiles. So when we talk about the sextile signs, this is a positive alignment. All right. So it plays out like you aligning with an energy that complements what you do. All right. Both these energies complement each other. Sextiles are 60-degree alignments. All right. So when we look at sextiles, these are going to be your fire air signs, even though a fire air sign is still going to be opposite. And these are going to be your water and earth signs, even though the water and earth sign going to be opposite. All right. So, for example, Taurus. Taurus is earth. It sextiles Pisces. All right. And it sextiles Cancer, but it's opposite Scorpio. All right. So you're always going to sextile your that element, but still be opposite from it. So this is why, opposites still attract. Opposites, people, astrologers think just because you're opposites, it can't work. Like your sun could be squaring somebody else's sun, opposite somebody's sun, and it'd be your goddamn soulmate. So that don't really it's gonna show you guys are gonna be opposite in the way you act, in the way you see things. Since when that mean that can't be a relationship? When like since when that mean that doesn't mean a fulfillment of what each party don't have? Like, so when we look at the sextile signs, these are new opportunities to express and connect your wisdom to others. All right. This new moon is gonna bring opportunities to you guys. The new moon is gonna bring opportunity for you guys to experience new relationships that are inspirational, to correlate yourself around people who fuel the thing that you love to connect and express and communicate about right now. All right. But you guys are different. So you guys are gonna be attracting different opportunities. Okay. So Aquarius, you guys are going to manifest opportunities to be seen, inspiring for how you take individual action on your wisdom. All right. Aquarius, you guys are very individual. So off rip, when it comes to your actions, you guys trust source and being more independent on how you correlate yourself and express yourself. Okay. At times, because you're air, you can begin to start to correlate how you should communicate and express yourself because of others. This is what starts making you more, quote unquote, weird, awkward, when you're not being your individual, unique self. You need to remain your individual, unique self. All right. You need to trust your individual ways of communicating to others and understand that that's an example to us on how to be inspired to take action on what we know. You're fixed air. So you have a fixed way of thinking. So you want to be able to be more adaptable and see the bigger picture to what you may be associated with or in your relationships, but for the most part, you're going to create opportunities to express your individuality based off this alignment, Aquarius. So you want to make sure you're setting intentions on, getting things that you're creatively into some light. But Aquarius is, you need to learn to be more expressive of these things. All right. So you already have strategic individual ways of relating what you're into, all right, to the public. And some saying you guys come out that 11th house energy, the unknown, unfamiliar. So at times it's like you guys are the artists that know how to put the music out without putting your face on it so much. The business, nobody know the owner for mad long. So you guys not opposite from Leo. So you guys really don't be caring about the light or being seen from the shit like that. That is more so about the productivity. It's more so about who you get associated with, or organized with, and what's being built from that. Okay, so take the wisdom from all these experiences of that and continue to cultivate your of expressing your knowledge and wisdom to others. All right, and continue being an example of how you take action on your individual ways of thinking. And you guys are fixed air, so y'all already naturally develop your own unique perspectives of how you look at life. So take that and cultivate your philosophy on how you're going to continue to correlate yourself to others and see what is it that you're going to give a new birth, a new life to, with the forms of expression, Aquarius. When it comes to, there's some things, Aquarius, that you guys want to creatively express, but y'all got to really learn to step into them shoes and be the face and deal with the responsibilities of the light that may come from that. Sometimes y'all don't want to take responsibility for certain things because y'all don't want to deal with the light. Y'all don't want to deal with, what attention that may come with. Nah, Aquarius, you got to be able to deal with that right now because you're going to have opportunities to embrace it. All right. Now, Libras, this is opportunity to relate your wisdom and be seen and to see the bigger picture to your relationships. So Libras, you guys deal with one-on-one communication. You're ruled by Venus. So a lot of the times you can manifest a lot of responsibility in relationships because you're trying to correlate mutual interest. You're trying to see what you got in common with others on a one-on-one level. And when y'all find that, y'all build on that. All right. And at times you could be real, you can, like I said, you could develop so much responsibilities because you've connected so much of your values to others in a certain type of shape or form. And now you're connected, attached to so much energies, and you feel like you got to fulfill a lot of these energies. All right, Libra. So right now, you're being provided opportunities to see the bigger picture and how you have been personally expressing yourself to create whatever attachments, responsibilities, and relationships. This is giving you more of a wiser perspective, how to communicate and connect to others on a one-on-one level, moving on, therefore creating for you to be able to embrace certain opportunities to express what you want to creatively express. Libras, this energy is in fire. The sun, this is for Libras and Aquarius. The sun is debilitated in Libra and Aquarius. So at times Libras and Aquarius, y'all can stay in the head too with what y'all want to act and implement into the world. It's fire. It's time to be more action oriented on your visions. It's time to give more. It's a new moon. We got to give birth to things. You guys got to have action in some action orientated energies in whatever you're setting goals and intentions on, Aquarius and Libra. All right. You're going to have opportunities to gain light from these things. They're going to have opportunities to gain awareness from what y'all want to express. But how is it going to gain awareness if you guys don't take it out your motherfucking head and put it to the world? All right. This is what the universe is providing you opportunity to do right now, Libra and Aquarius. And y'all gaining more awareness about how to even do these things. So y'all definitely can't sleep on these creative ass ideas y'all got now. And a lot of these things are relating to career. All right. So this is what y'all want to keep in mind, my Aquarius and Libras, okay? And to wrap it up, we got my Cancer, Scorpios, and Caps. All right, my camera dying. So if it let me see what he's thinking. Yeah, I can see what y'all say. Y'all can ask questions. My camera's dying right now, so let's get through these signs. If it cuts off, we'll just hop right back on and finish these. All right. So Cancer, Scorpios, and Capricorns. All right. So these are the neighboring signs. We're gonna go through the neighboring signs, which are Cancers and Capricorns, and then the in conjunction Cancers and Taurus. So the neighboring signs, when you're the neighbor sign, is like you're seeing what's going on next door. So it ain't your birthday, but it's your neighbor birthday. Sagittarius next door. You could hear the music going on over there. You You could smell the ribs, the backyard, the motherfucking everything on the grill. You can hear the cookout music. You feel me? I wanna be your lover. You can hear all the good cookout tunes. Din, 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 din. Whoa, whoa. Like right now, Capricorns and Scorpios, y'all seeing all of that shit right now. AKA, y'all also seeing other perspectives on how to correlate your actions and how to express yourselves. Okay. We went over Virgos already first with the squares and opposition signs. So right now, Capricorns, okay, cardinal Earth ruled by Saturn, creating, initiating new ways to be practical, to create business foundation and structure in this lifetime, creating new ways to build. Right now, you guys are gaining more of an awareness and you guys have developed some wisdom during Sagittarius season and seeing how to implement more creativity into what you're trying to build and structure, or how you're trying to express yourself to the world, period. Okay, you guys are another sign that you guys are really going to express yourself if you feel like there's some real substance to what you're doing, or what you're expressing is something that you're putting in the atmosphere that can be a building block. If it's not a building block, you don't want to express it. Right now, Sagittarius, you got to learn to be, more expressive of not only what you're creatively working on, but you have to understand that, your philosophy of how you look at building and structuring, that being expressed more can create opportunities to connect to others more. All right. So, you just want to be able to utilize how them creative ideas you're seeing right now, the way Sagittarius is gaining a more awareness and being expressive on their actions and learning how to correlate their wisdom in their actions, learning how to be be more wise about who they connect to and be more expressive and including what they're doing. This is what you want to pick up on right now, Capricorn, being next door. When the sun comes into Capricorn season, when it's y'all time to shine, y'all gonna have more wisdom. People are gonna see y'all as examples on how to be more how to have your own personal philosophy on how to build structure right now. Y'all already have your own philosophy on that. So y'all wanna expand that philosophy. Y'all want to make sure you hone in on these new principles because y'all understand how to structure. Y'all understand how to put shit together. Y'all understand how to build. Okay, so don't get too caught up on the first stages of the blueprint. Continue to mold what you molding. All right, continue to work the relationships you have in your life right now, and continue to always see the bigger picture in what you're doing. Continue to see the more philosophical outlook on what you're doing, Sagittarius, Capricorn, and not get too practically, caught up in what you're doing, because that's what gets you guys overwhelmed at times. All right, Scorpios, all right. Don't worry, y'all know y'all can replay the live. So Scorpios, now. Scorpios, fixed water, ruled by Mars. Okay, so you guys have a fixed way of relating your passions. All right, you guys are real conscious, and you guys deal with discernment when it deals with relating to others, because y'all already got a fixed way of dealing with your emotions. So y'all just don't want anything in y'all space or whatnot. All right, y'all don't want to just have to be able to correlate y'all feelings and emotions a bunch of times because y'all around a certain person, place, or thing. So when we're dealing with Scorpio energy right now, you guys are going to be influenced to give birth to new ways of correlating your passions and expressing your passions and taking action on your passion. All right. Right now, your next door, the sun just came out of your constellation. So you gained an awareness about your actions. All right. You gained an awareness about your relationships and which one of these relationships support negative desires or is a desire that you're connected to. You was able to have more of a conscious, more of awareness on these people, places, and things. In this Sagittarius season, you need more of awareness about, what you can create detaching from these desires, or what you can create detaching from relationships that's not supporting your passions. So Scorpios, you guys have a lot of knowledge and wisdom by default too. All right, you guys are naturally a spiritual energy, but we got to be able to see the bigger picture to exactly what the transformations you've been going through in your life mean. And the more you can continue to see the bigger picture of why you're experiencing transformations, the more you're going to be able to have these building blocks for how you're going to transmute this energy. This new moon wants you to transmute your transformations and heavy emotion into a lighter energy, into an expression, a creative expression that could be seen, into something light, into being an example for us to be like, damn, look at how that Scorpio took, what they went through with the feelings and emotions and how they became an example to become enlightened from that, or how they enlightened others from that. These are the opportunities you're gonna manifest right now, Scorpio. So this is what we want to set new intentions on, new ways of expressing yourself, new ways of dealing with your passions, embracing new opportunities to get some deep passions up onto the surface and gain some light. All right now, all right, Scorpio. How do you focus while smoking? That's interesting. Multitasking. I want to say it's multitasking. I feel like that's the same as me doing this reading and drinking water. I don't got to think to smoke. So my in conjunctions, Cancers and Taurus. All right. I hope my camera don't cut off. So Taurus, fixed Earth ruled by Venus. All right. So you guys already consistent with what you want, what makes you comfortable in this physical reality. So you guys already have your values set up. You already guys know what you value in people's. So before you even make a friendship, you know, you already looking for certain values in a person. You already seeing how because you guys is Earth, but it's Venus. So it's how can we get fixated in the reality or some form of structure that keeps us comfortable. So with this type of alignment, Sagittarius, Taurus, you guys want to be able to see. You guys want to be able to see if you've been truly expressing your creativity and what you're working in, and if you've been maxing out your creativity and your knowledge and wisdom and what you're working on right now. We know you guys are consistent with building stability and whatever projects or relationships you're working on in this lifetime. Y'all don't deal with transforming them things. They like to plant the seed in them things and see them grow. All right. Right now, you have to see the bigger picture to your garden. All right. You have to see where seeds may have got planted in the wrong area, and you have to utilize what wisdom and awareness that was grown from seeing the malfunctions, what's positive in your garden, and be able to build a new philosophy of how you're gonna connect to others and how you should express yourself. All right, Taurus, there's a lot of knowledge and wisdom that you got to offer to the world, dealing with things with building, dealing with stability, dealing with how to connect to certain values, how to be consistent in what you value. All right, how to have a conviction and be have a foundation in what you value. All right, you guys are about self-esteem, so you guys need to make sure that's being expressed more in whatever you're working on. You guys need to make sure your creativity isn't being restricted in anything that you're working on just for the fact of building security in your lives. All right, so you may have be in career right now that's dealing with career or whatnot right now that's providing stability, but is it truly fulfilling your values? You value stability, so you're telling yourself this is something you value, but when it comes to your true values, when you strip having to pay bills and everything, does any of them attributes correlate to your values or what you're working on? Okay, so this is what we want to pay more attention on. Okay, and you know, Taurus, you guys are also going to manifest situations to teach others things about growth, stability, and self-esteem. So you want to be more of an example of how you are implementing that into your life to grow a foundation. All right, Taurus. And last but not least, Cancers. All right. No water ruled by the moon. So you guys are always. Do you ever get tired of astrologer teaching us? Never, never. I just motherfucking got started. So when we look at Cancers, you guys can be reserved with the forms of creativity you express, depending on how you're emotionally connected to it, depending on how you feel about expressing it this day or that day. You guys have to take whatever knowledge and wisdom you have about what you're emotionally connected to and find more ways to be expressive about it, Cancer. You guys have to make sure people don't undermine your knowledge and wisdom, not just because of your temperament, not just because of your mood, but more so because you're expressive about what you know, or more so because about your wisdom is getting funneled through some type of creative expression or some type of thing that you're acting on and try to gain traction or putting out in the world, right? So any insecurities that we dealing with creative expression or being seen or having something that you're emotionally connected to being seen, that either has to be a lesson to enlighten somebody right now, Cancer, or it has to be cultivated some type of creative expression right now, Cancer. All right. And you're going to manifest situations to be seen for these things. You're going to be manifesting situations to take creative attributes. All right. And be a form of